going from offline to online, it could be interesting, but there are also challenges. What about you? You had like online sessions during the pandemic with your clients, with your students, right? How was it going?
Yes, I did have some online sessions. So as soon as the first wave of the pandemic started, I was already beginning to try to start virtualing off to online clientele, which people signing up for my packages that I had for training. They follow like routine for the 6 months or the 3 months or the year that they decided on to get. But I ended up actually going into Zoom one-on-one sessions and doing group sessions as well, instead of meeting in person with the clients that I was meeting up with. And it was important for a lot of them to actually stay and maintain their shape and their physical activity, because they're still active, believe it or not, whether they're doing their sports or if they're doing their shows. So they still have that health and physical aid was a priority to them. And of course, it was a priority to me as work. So I had to figure out a way, like, how can I still, train them and get them to where they need to be without being there. Luckily, there's internet and there's Zoom, so it was a benefit to have like a virtual training in this time, but never go against that one-on-one in person, because that's where, truly where all the motivation and inspiration comes from. Right. And like she said before, it's the trainer being there and actually focusing on every movement and giving feedback and whatnot. And to add something to this, it might be a little bit off of the question that you asked me, but I like what Ryan said about everything, as far as everything he said, from the gyms having big opportunities when everything opens back up, when a lot of the weights were going up, sales, it was insane how they're marketing the rubber and the weights that's going on. But yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, and how I seen it was, this was an opportunity to venture off and get online clients, which I happened to do in a quick span of time. And then now since things are opening back up, where I'm at, I'm in California, I'm in Orange County, so a lot of the gyms out here are actually open. They do require to wear a mask, but they're finally open. So that's the reason why I was looking to get I started to open my own gym out here. I'm in the process of everything. So hopefully that goes well. I'm pretty sure it will. So I'm gonna stay on top of it. It's good. It's a good thing. A lot of people like it better, honestly. So you gotta have people who like it online and people who like it on person, just because of how convenient that it can be with them flipping on the computer and having it with them.
Okay, nice. It's good to know that you're not going against it. You're actually embracing these new changes and new trend. So Constantine, you keep nodding. It seems you really agree with Jamel, huh?
Yeah, this pandemic is an existential question, like for all of us in the fitness industry. Like if you are a trainer and you lose, say, 90% of your people because they don't want to train. Right. If you do personal training, you kind of have to deliver, right? It's like very simple. It's business, right? You got to burn classes. The more classes you burn, the more classes you can sell. So, and as a trainer, you lose the ground under your feet like this. And we were shut down for 95 days. It's been one of the toughest 95 days I've ever had. Because you need to
pay for the rent, you need to pay for the staff, you need to still. Exactly. It's a great expenditure, right?
Exactly, it's crazy.
No income.
And that's why we all try to find new ways to get some revenue, right? Because you have, I have employees at my gym, right? You still have to pay salary. You don't want to let them hang down, right? You don't want to let them down, sorry. And you still have to pay your rent.
Everything.
All these things come together. So what we did, we tried online classes. I think what works for me, I still do online classes now, personal training online classes. I think they are harder to do than the group classes, because the personal training classes, you don't have the ability to really see all the moves of the client in 3D. Like you can see 2D, but just from one angle. Right. And this makes it tougher to help them with the technique. But for the group class, I see much more potential for these online classes, because it's more about it's more about like being motivating,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And screaming a little bit and getting some atmosphere, right?